Hey, what's going on? It's Max Nazaire here from Fit to the Max Roswell. And today, for the gram, we want to talk about the dream body cycle, okay? The dream body cycle is important because I want to make sure that we're able to establish a connection between having a dream and having that dream manifest. Meaning something that you think up in your mind and allowing it to actually occur in reality, okay? So a lot of people have their idea of what a dream body may be or what they may be able to get out of their body, and it comes in the form of a dream. This is something that you think about, something that you imagine. Maybe for some folks, it's even something that you fantasize. Maybe you want to make sure that you're able to, lose 30 pounds, okay? Or the goal for you may be to get stronger and have more energy. Or maybe for some folks, there's some different areas, and you're like, all right, well, I wish if I could, tone and tighten different aspects of the body, then you would feel better about it, and that would kind of essentially allow your dream to be able to come to reality and for it to manifest, right? So we're in that process right now where we're just dreaming. We're just thinking about what it could become, okay? So here's how the cycle works. Once you kind of have that dream and you decide, okay, this is what you want to accomplish, you have to start putting some goals to it, okay? Now, you want to have those goals. The goals are what makes the dream become something that becomes more of a plan, all right? Because we all know that the only way things come to fruition is through some type of plan, and that's where the goals come into play. So once you have the goals, now you have action, all right? Lights, camera, action. We want to make sure we start doing some things. We want to start charging towards that goal. We want to start doing some movement. We want to start shopping differently. We want to start making sure that we're doing things to make this more of a reality and to kind of take it out of our minds, right? Next, assessment. Okay, and this aspect is important as well. You want to try to figure out, am I getting closer? Or am I further away? Or maybe I'm stagnant, all right? I don't really believe too much in stagnation. I think you're usually either getting closer or you're getting further away. Rarely does someone just stay in the same place, okay? But that's just my humble opinion, okay? But the fact is that for you to really be able to start making some progress, you got to have the goals, you got to start doing some things, and then you want to assess, or maybe even call it reassessing where you're at that present time. So that way now you have a cycle kind of going that's going to work into your favor, okay? So here's the thing now. You start setting those goals. Maybe if you're looking to lose 30 pounds, maybe the goal is you want to lose 1 to 2 pounds in a week, okay? Because the folks who are trying to lose 10 pounds a week, we know they're not making this happen, okay? So we have to be able to set some realistic goals to come into play. If you want to break it down even further, you may want to say, okay, well, I want to get 4 to 5 workouts in during the week. Or you may say, hey, you know what, I want to get 3 good and solid meals in. So now you kind of have like some parameters and some markers to say, okay, well, these are the goals, and I can work on them on a monthly basis, a weekly basis, or what I love is a daily basis. Because if you figure out what the goal is for the day, you can say, hey, you know what, Monday I hit the goal, or Monday I didn't hit the goal. So Tuesday I got to come back stronger, or maybe Tuesday I got to continue on. So either way, one way or the other, you know if you're making that progress or not. So that's why I love like being able to have that big goal, but deconstructing it to more of a daily type of goal or even a weekly goal to make it more manageable and make it more easier. Because 30 pounds, it sounds like a lot, right? But is 1 to 2 pounds a lot of weight? Not that much, but it's enough to get you going. It's enough to see progress. It's enough to know when you reassess that you're moving in the right direction and moving closer to your dream, right? And you continue to keep on going on around the cycle and going around the cycle until you actually hit it, right? So that's the goal aspect. Next, let's talk about action, okay? So we start talking about the goals and the plans. So now you start saying, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to work out at 6 a.m. For some people, you're not morning folks. Maybe 6 p.m. works better. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. One way or the other. Either before work or after work. For some folks, 12 noon. Lunchtime. Okay? Maybe you need to work out at lunchtime for about 30 to 45 minutes. Grab a sandwich. Eat that for 15 minutes. Get back to work at 1 o'clock. And have a new attitude about life. Okay? Or maybe the action for you might be, all right, you need to start being able to work on your recipes. Maybe you're a little heavy-handed on the salt. Maybe you add a little bit more sugar. Maybe you need to kind of scale back on it a little bit. Or maybe you just need to change the whole thing overall. There's a slight difference, but a bigger benefit between fried chicken versus grilled chicken or even baked chicken. All right, so same chicken, but how it's prepared can make all the difference in the world. Okay, so this is where we start talking about the actions and the different things we're going to do what? To get us to the dream and to get us to that dream body that we're looking for. Okay, so then we're going to move it around. We're going to go ahead and assess. Okay, so we know the goal is we want to lose 1 or 2 pounds, right? So you got to get on the scale. If you don't get on the scale, you won't know if you're getting closer or further, okay? All real change starts with the truth. So you can't lie to yourself. You got to be honest about yourself, with yourself, about yourself, and in terms of the things that you need to do. So if you lost 1 pound, then that's cool. If you lost 2 pounds, even better. You lost the 5.5 pounds, that's good. Can we step it up? Yeah, we can. But let's just say that, let's say you put on 1 pound, right? Then we can figure out why. Maybe you drank water right before the weigh-in. Maybe you had too much salt for that week. Maybe you had too much sugar for that week. Maybe you overindulged on the weekend. Maybe you had too many drinks or whatever. But we can kind of reassess it. We can reassess it and then go back in and see if we can set goals. Because if we're supposed to lose 1 to 2 pounds, maybe we're going to resolve to say, hey, you know what? We're going to lose 3 pounds this time around to make up for the last pound that we didn't get. But then also to get the extra pound we need to get for the new week, okay? So these are the things that you can start doing, so that way when you're halfway through the year, you know that you're further along on your goal versus reversing back. But here's the other thing too, and as a team, we were talking about that in terms of working with our clients and helping them with their goal setting, because we realized that if the goals are not written down, then they're really not goals, all right? All they really are dreams. And the reason why a lot of times people are afraid to dream is because they don't accomplish them. Dreams are dreams. You know, you say, okay, well, you know, I have these dreams, but I'm not accomplishing it because you're not going through the cycle, and as a result, you kind of have the discouragement, right? And the disappointment. So you're discouraged and disappointed because you have this dream, but you're not really making the progress to get there and to be able to achieve that goal. So that's why it's so important to be able to have like this cycle goal where you have the goals, you're taking the action, you're reassessing, and then you keep on going through that dream body cycle until you get to the goal. And what happens when you go through this and you go through it successfully, you start making some progress, and now you're not at a standstill. So you'll lose 5 pounds, and then you lose 10 pounds. Maybe you backtrack and you're down to 8, but then you jump up, you're at 12, and you're at 15, and then you're at 18, and you're at 22. And that's what the real process looks like. That's what real weight loss looks like. It goes through this cycle, okay? A lot of people think it's just this line here, and you're just gonna go down in weight. Or you're gonna go up in strength, okay? This is the reality. You wanna go through that dream body cycle where you're focusing on the dream, writing out the goals, taking action on it, and reassessing, so that way you come back and you can make better goals, take better action, and being able to have a better reassessment, okay? So that's the dream body cycle right there. If you have any questions about this, any comments, make sure you leave it down below. We'd love to be able to interact and engage with you in terms of the dream body cycle and the process and how that works and how you can make it work for you to achieve your goals and your results. Even you can apply this, not even just for fitness and for weight loss, you can apply this just about for any goal that you have in life. And it's the same process, the same way. But this is very helpful. It's a game changer. It's a life changer if you allow it to be. So I want you today to start working on that dream body cycle. Make sure you identify what you really want, okay? Remember, your dreams are your dreams and not anybody else's, okay? And once you have that dream, then you can go ahead and start setting those goals, moving towards action, reassessing, and continuing on with this loop, all right? So I hope that helps. I hope this encourages you. I hope this inspires you. I hope it kind of paints a picture as to what you should be pushing towards in terms of for fitness and for wellness and being able to achieve those goals, all right? So take care. God bless. Remember, you can be fit, but you can be fit to the max, spiritually, mentally, and physically strong.